long. I have to... Yeah, well, let's do this, guys. Spawning in the bottom left position of the map that is Whirlwind, we have the blue Zerg player. He's changed his color like every game. From Team Millennium, it is GosWser. And spawning in the bottom right position as the green Protoss player coming from Evil Genius's raid call, it is HuK, taking game number 2 with the 2-base 4-gate. And as I said, man, that's... HuK loves throwing in those things, you know. And by things, I of course mean those gateways. But he's always sending out the early probe, so it does look like HuK wants to go for some variety of Forge Expand, be it the Nexus first, the Cannon Rush, maybe even double Nexus first. Nah, I'm just messing. We never see double Nexus first. It's a shame. Truly is. But GosWser, I feel this is a decent map for hatchery first, which is exactly why you don't want a hatchery first, because someone like HuK might cannon rush you. I don't think it's that big of a deal, though. GosWser is just going to continue to drone up. So we've had quite a series of games so far. And I think aggression is a good way to describe it. Ooh, GosWser going for the 12 pool. This is a pretty kinky play here. No drone scout either, so I don't think he'll actually know where HuK is. Yeah, I don't think he'll know where HuK is anytime soon, because HuK scouted cross first. So by not scouting GosWser quickly, GosWser doesn't know that HuK is close to him. And HuK is going to open up with the Forge, so this is a very, very smart decision. He's saying, hey, I didn't actually scout him. I don't know what he's doing. And he nidused me in the first game, so I will open up with a Forge, be a little bit more careful. And with the second probe scout, he could actually be looking to potentially do a cannon rush if there's a hatchery first. So what HuK is really doing is he's just keeping all of his options. He's keeping all the cards. You know, he's keeping his cards up held very close to his chest, and he's going to come in here, he's going to spot this hatchery, but he's like, wait, that hatchery just started. Okay, so he definitely went pool first. Now 6 lings are on the way. He started his Nexus, though, before the cannon. This is where things can get dicey. GosWser. Ooh, those lings. Does he know where HuK is, though? No, he has no idea. All he knows is that he's not here. Where are these Zerglings headed? Oh, no. Oh, no. They're not going to... Oh, no. These lings are going to head to the wrong base. GosWser, you see that rally? Those lings are heading to the wrong base. Okay, his Overlord should spot this. All right, go. Okay, good. GosWser. He's remedied his situation. Now, this cannon will be able to kill off at least 2 lings, potentially 3. HuK is going to wall this off. His probe at the tower actually spotted these lings coming, so is he going to be able to get inside? Probably not. I think if HuK sees them coming in, he's just going to throw out another gateway. And there it is, another gateway. Probe's going to block. Zergling's going to try to punch through this probe, but he's going to lose most of his lings in the process. Yeah, he lost like 4 lings. 2 lings inside your main base as a Protoss. It sucks, but it's manageable. In fact, I wouldn't even say it's really that big of a deal. He can just pull a couple of probes to fight against them if he needs to. Yeah, so that's not going to be too bad. But what could end up becoming a bit problematic is, if he actually gets a probe, that's like uncalled for. There's no reason that GosWser should be able to get any probes. He only has 2 lings. If you get like 4 lings inside a base, that's when things get really, really hard. Oh, he does get a probe. Very nice pickup for GosWser. If he gets a second probe, that's just tomfoolery. That is uncalled for. But there, the cybernetics core does start up for HuK. 3rd base on the way for GosWser. He says, okay, well, you expanded. I'm not really worried. But look at this. HuK'ems. He's got a cute little probe tucked in there. Nice and safe, man. Oh, man. He is... This could lead to some disastrous consequences for GosWser if he does not find out about this ninja probe. Now, this ling for GosWser is still running around, but it's not going to be able to do too much. Its health is quite low. He wants to just avoid being caught by any probes, of course. He can keep the Zergling alive until there's a stalker on the field. And pretty much, yeah, just because nothing can catch it. So GosWser's getting scouting information. He's like, okay, well, I'll know if you get anything like a Stargate. But HuK, I mean, I don't expect him to take his gases in his natural. I think we're going to see HuK probably just add on a bunch of gateways and use this ninja probe to just try to all in him. And this is one of those situations. Look at that. He's like chilling next to this other Protoss guy. It's like hide by the Protoss statue with your Protoss unit, and then you can get in and ninja probes. But right now we do see the +1 attack. Yeah, HuK really doesn't want to start anything until this Zergling is dead, and now I think he got it. The Zergling is dead, so now here come the gateways. HuK being HuK. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Oh, it's a pylon. Okay. So HuK is just gonna, he's only going to 6 gate, which is fine, I guess. I expected a little bit more. But he's gonna take an additional gas geyser as well. So this is cool because the 6 gate, it's like he can take a third behind this. It's not as all-in-ish as it could be. And getting that third gas does mean he would potentially get some tech. But since he hasn't scouted this, HuK, man, he throws on this pylon, he can get right inside this main base. And, it's not so much that, oh, well, it's not like he doesn't have a wall to cover the front or anything. It's like he's not bypassing any defenses. But what he is doing, he's bypassing scouting. There's a Zergling at the tower watching. There's an Overlord here checking for anything like a Warp Prism. And then there's Zergling just patrolling the map. GosWser is looking everywhere for some kind of aggression. And there's a single Zealot that's going to run up towards the front. Which won't be really that crazy. He has the +1 attack, though, so the Zergling dies fast, and now here we go. 6 Zealots. We're up into the main base of GosWser. Will he be able to deal with this? 7 Roaches are on the way. He could try to target down this lair since the drones are evacuating, and I'm really curious. Oh, he's going to go for the spawning pool. Okay. Equally fine decision. The drones are going to get... No, he's going to send them back to mine, which is totally cool. More Zealots are going to be warped in. The Roaches should be able to handle this. In a manner of speaking, the Zealots taking out those Broodlings. Actually, the Zealots are on top of some of these Roaches. He is going to start shooting through quite a bit of these. And he could try to just focus down the lair at this point. He has so many units. Peel off a couple Zealots to fight, but no. Those Roaches, he's actually going to take out another one of them. HuK is pushing in with a lot of units. The Zerglings are coming up. He has the drones here as well. Stalkers being warped in. A lot of units for HuK. I'm not so sure how well GosWser is going to be able to hold on here. There's so much damage output coming in from the Evil Genius's Protoss. Oh, goodness, he's brought the sentries in from the main. He's sealed off the entrance from the natural. I mean, he's got force fields, but there's not really anything that's trying to come in here. The Roaches will arrive by the time the force fields are dissipated. I think HuK might have just done it. Snapping back GosWser here. There's a good number of Roaches, but I don't know if GosWser has the production that he needs. 6 warp gates of constant production inside of his main base. He's going to shove back some of these units. He's actually managed to separate the Zealots from the Stalkers, which is so important. Taking his splits. 14 drones have been killed so far this game. These Zealots are still going a little bit ham here. And he's potentially just going to go for the lair now. The spawning pool was rebuilt, but there's no speed, so the maneuverability of those Zerglings is not really possible anymore. He focuses down that Roach. Oh, this Stalker will get picked off, but HuK, man, he is just committing fully to this. If GosWser holds, he still has a chance. He hasn't lost any of his bases, which is so important to note. And HuK, behind this, where's the tech? He's adding a Twilight Council and a Robo. I can only assume his follow-up will be Dark Templar drops, but there's still a lair on the field, so GosWser takes a lot of damage. 15 drones lost, but if you look at the units lost tab, HuK, he is barely ahead. I still don't know how I feel about this tech setup because GosWser does have quite a bit of Roaches. His Roach speed is actually done too, which is really, really nice. And HuK, well, what's he going to do? There's a Warp Prism coming in. Twilight Council, what's he going to be? He has a good number of sentries. Is he going to go for a sentry drop into the main or something like that? He is pulling this army back really far, and these Zerglings are slow. He can actually, yeah, if he Warp Prism drops the main base, I don't think there's anything that GosWser can do about it. His army's so far away. GosWser, yeah, I don't think it's worth chasing that far. +2 attack is coming in for HuK. Once he gets those on the Stalkers, taking care of those Roaches is going to become a lot easier. But here we go. There's the Warp Prism. It's going to... Oh, come on, just load up some sentries. I want to see him load the sentries up. This Overlord, if he goes towards the bottom area, he's going to get spotted, but... Where's the army? It's still chasing these Stalkers. What the hell? Oh, man, this is... HuK just... Ugh. If he loads the oh my goodness, I don't even know what to think anymore. I'm losing my mind right now because GosWser has literally nothing at home to defend against this Warp Prism. But he's dragging the army all the way around the map. He's literally bought himself a stupid amount of time. I think what he's going to do is just go for the Zealot, the Immortal Sentry push at the front, and then do the Warp Prism drop at the same time. But I don't know. I think a Sentry Warp Prism drop would have worked just fine. Because now GosWser's going to be able to run in towards the main and defend against this because he spotted it with the Overlord. So HuK kind of threw away an opportunity there to try to get himself ahead. And HuK still has no third base. Keep that in mind, guys. His main is slowly but surely mining out. He's only going to have a couple more minutes of, maybe 5 or so more minutes of mining time left on this main base if he does not take a third. So HuK, he's moving these Stalkers around. Is he going to take that third base? GosWser's had his third for a while. He's adding on the Hydralisk Den. Pretty normal. His +1 missile attacks have completed. Or at least the upgrade for them has completed. And +2 attack is now done for HuK. This is it. Is he gonna? It's do or die. Is he gonna go for it? This Warp Prism has the potential to just drag units around all day. And he's got the roaches exactly where he wants them. So he could try to move in and utilize the force fields with these immortals. The third immortal is about to pop out. And normally with a Twilight Council, you would expect a player to go for a third base just because you get a bit more upgrade longevity. You want to be able to extend into that late game with your upgrades. But HuK, I don't know. I don't know what he wants to do. Okay, that probe's definitely headed over towards the third. Okay, I think HuK might actually try to take a third base. But now here comes the big Roachling push. This is a lot of units from GosWser. HuK's immediately going to retreat into his natural. He's like, nope, never mind, no third base. And Blink on the way, which is fine. That little bit of microbility is so good. That Warp Prism, though. Ooh, big number of Zealots being worked inside. Is he going to go for the Queen? Maybe he'll try to get these Spine Crawlers. Could try to just target down the lair or something like that. He's got a lot of options available to him. He is going to go for these Spine Crawlers, try to take out the defenses. These drones are being pulled away. Oh, he's going to try to pull the drones to fight. Wow. HuK, oh, he's going to be able to kill off a lot of drones with these Zealots in that case. A nice amount of damage being done here. These Zealots going ham with that +2 attack. He's going to try to get on top of the Spine. Not quite strong enough, but with the Hydralisks out, it's going to be a bit easier. Oh, and that works him going into the natural with the Zealots as well. Not quite as much damage done, but he has killed a lot of drones this game thanks to that Warp Prism harass. He's keeping himself close in economy, but the Spire is done. There's no Stargate on the field. How many mutas could he make? Actually, not many, maybe 4 or 5, which really isn't that scary. Yeah, he's just going to build drones instead, which is totally cool, and get the upgrade for the Hydralisk speed. And here we go. These Zealots should be able to break this one Spine. Oh, he's going to try to target down the Hydralisk end. I don't think he's going to be able to get that. No, he's not going to be able to get that. He's leaving one Zealot there to tag it. But this big Roachling force could be trying to move out and deny this third base. There's a lot of full energy sentries. There's a lot of immortals here, and here come the Zerglings. Is it going to be enough? You know, you warp in the Zealot. I mean, there's no Zealots in this composition, so the Lings are really good. There's like 5 Zealots. And here we go. The Roach is coming in. He's got a pretty decent surround. Time Warps being activated. The Hydras need to get a position, though. He's managing to fight the Lings away from the Roaches, and that is where HuK will find himself a really nice edge in this fight. So many of these units not even able to fight due to those force fields and the Time Warps, and HuK is obliterating this force from GosWser right now. He still has a couple of his sentries alive. Targeting him down is GosWser, so 1 sentry remains, but 5 immortals, and this is the best opportunity that HuK will have to counterattack in this game. Getting some overlords for free as well. Now, GosWser does have enough that supply blocking him is out of the question, but he's got +3 attack. Really, what does GosWser have? +2 attack? That's okay, but there's so many immortals. He cannot really build roaches to defend this, and if he wins this next fight, if he can push up one of these ramps and take out... Oh, he catches some of these Hydras away from the rest of these units. This is exactly what HuK needed. He's going to push in, attempt to end this game. Behind this, he does have the third base. He's starting to mine. He can produce a lot more units. There's so many immortals. I don't think GosWser can stop this force. Pressing in, he's got so many immortals. That +3 attack just completely eviscerating these roaches. The drones are being pulled from GosWser. HuK, he's got to blink back, try to preserve these units as long as he can. He just blinks on top of the roaches and Hydras. Some of these roaches come in from the back, but these are immortals. You can't just fight these are roaches. Good luck, says GosWser. GG, and HuK will move on to the final winners, the final match here of our RSL Group F. He will face MMA to see who gets the final trip out of this group and into the playoffs for the Russian Starleague. Guys, this has been a fantastic series. Don't go anywhere. We're going to get into the final best of 3 of the day in just a moment. I had to update this score thing. Okay, so HuK does win this 2-1. And the final deciders match is going to be between MMA. Let's update that. MMA and HuK. Don't go anywhere, guys. Final match for the Russian Starleague is coming up just a second.